Please welcome Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
I saw the president make the tough calls in the Situation Room. And today, our troops in Iraq have finally come home so America can do some nation building here at home. That was a change we believed in. That was a change we fought for. That was a change President Obama delivered. I remember when the president received the report that the auto industry had a few weeks before its collapse. We met in the Roosevelt Room late into the night. Some of the president's advisors said that in order to save General Motors, you had to let Chrysler go under. Others said it's like throwing good money after bad. Among all the experts, there were only guesses, and nobody put it at better than a 1 in 4 shot. Only the president suggested going all in to save the industry and the jobs. Rising above all the voices in Washington, President Obama listened to the voices that mattered to him most, the voices of the auto workers in the communities that depended on them, just like the voices of the steel workers and the communities on the south side of Chicago where he worked earlier in his career. To President Obama, they weren't just companies that needed a loan. They were communities that needed a leader to stand up for them. And because President Obama made the right choice, over 1 million Americans are still working today. The American auto industry is not just surviving, it's thriving. Where Mitt Romney was willing to turn his back on Akron, Dayton, and Toledo, Ohio, the president said, "I've got your back." That was a change we believed in. That was the change we fought for. That was the change President Obama delivered. And in those first few months, the president worked to put accountability into our children's schools with Race to the Top, so that every child has an education that measures up to their full potential. He was willing to demand change and embrace reform. The president never changed his views to suit the moment or the audience, and that is also a measure of leadership. Every challenge was different. Every choice was difficult. But every time, the leadership was steady. Now, the one thing I know with absolute certainty, having served 2 great presidents, is that in the next 4 years, an unforeseen crisis, challenge, or conflict is going to show up and seize this country. Whose leadership, whose judgment, whose values do you want in the White House when that crisis lands like a thud on the Oval Office desk? That's right, a person who said in 4 words, "Let Detroit go bankrupt," or a president who had another 4 words, "Not on my watch." A person who believes in giving tax cuts to the most fortunate, or a president who believes in making college affordable for all Americans. A person who wanted to keep Don't Ask, Don't Tell, or a president who believes that who you love should not keep you from serving the country you love. Believe me, having served 2 great presidents, when the fog of uncertainty that surrounds a crisis storms into the White House, and all the advisors and chiefs of staff have only guesses and hedges to offer the president, it will be the president's leadership that determines how we as a nation meet the challenges that face the middle class. It is the president's values that shape the future in which the middle class has hope. The person who takes the oath of office in the next 4 months will shape not just the next 4 years, but the next 40 years of this great nation. In these next 4 years, we need proven leadership, proven judgment, and proven values. America needs 4 more years of Barack Obama. Thank you, and God bless you.